officer and social media guru, Abigail Cottrill.
Thank you, everybody. So, who and what is Vapers in Power? Why do we exist and what do we do? First of all, we are a political party registered with the Electoral Commission in the UK with the ability to stand candidates for elections in England, Wales, Scotland and the UK seats of the European Parliament. Having said that, if you're imagining I'm a politician with an applicable degree, you are somewhat incorrect. Myself and the team are first and foremost vapers, with jobs and careers far removed from the political field. So why on earth are we party officers for a political party? Vapers in Power came into existence when the TPD was first drafted. Some people with brains, not myself I must say, looked at the draft legislation and saw that it was bad. In particular, they were focused on Article 20, Section 5. This is the part that bans advertising. Unusually for legislation, the wording of this section is very woolly. The phrasing can be interpreted in a number of different ways. But even in its most lenient interpretation, there can be no doubt that the TPD interferes with the rights of European citizens, their freedom of expression, which includes their freedom of speech. Any exception to these rights, such as an advertising ban, must show established grounds. This was not done when the TPD or the UK regulations were drafted, and it still hasn't been done today. Vapers in Power exists because there is legislation that protects the freedom of expression of political parties. This legislation was in existence well before the TPD was drafted, and so it holds precedence. One of the easiest pieces to get to grips with is the Guidelines on Political Party Regulation 2010 by the Venice Commission. Here's a quote from it. Freedom of association is the central right which governs the functioning of political parties. A set of recognised universal, European and other regional treaties has given the right to full exercise of free association, including for the formation of political associations, to all individuals. The European Court of Human Rights has also recognised the inherent relationship between freedom of association and its interdependent rights of freedom of expression and opinion and assembly. So what does that mean? Freedom of association is the right to join or leave groups and for the group to take collective action to pursue the interests of members. Freedom of opinion? Well, I think we all know what an opinion is, and the principles laid down mean that political parties have the right to hold views and opinions. Importantly, political parties also have a right to express those views and opinions. This can include speaking out loud, publishing articles or books or leaflets, television, radio broadcasting, producing works of art, communication through the internet, some forms of commercial information, and many other activities. You're starting to see where the use of this is? Political parties also have the right of assembly, which covers meetings and conventions, but also all forms of peaceful protest. Vapers in Power exists to use these rights on behalf of the vaping community. So what do we do? Until the Tobacco Products Directive actually came into effect and we started to see the final legislation, it was hard to see what we could do. However, given we had a political party on our hands, it seemed sensible to try and use it to push the vaping agenda and make politicians, the media and the public aware of the situation. Since our founding in 2014, we've put forward 4 candidates for election, 2 in the UK general election and 2 in the recent Welsh Assembly election. We weren't trying to get elected. We were using the UK electoral system to spread the word about vaping. In all, we've delivered 200,000 leaflets to homes in various parts of the UK, and we've received local, national and international media coverage. Oh, and we even got some people to vote for us. We don't just stand in elections though. We try to act as a driving force, encouraging vapers to take action, to sign the myriad of petitions, to take part in surveys and consultations, and most importantly, to contact their politicians and tell their story. Our Right to Vape website has seen over 1,300 letters written to politicians. We particularly used the site in our efforts against the vaping ban in Wales. During that event, we successfully opened dialogue with politicians from all the major parties. We're hopeful that this dialogue will create an all-party group in the Welsh Assembly in preparation for the possibility that the vaping ban proposal will raise its head again. And for those of you that have been watching the news, that does seem to be imminent. A key aspect of our work is getting in touch with vapers wherever they may be. Primarily, this is through our website, Facebook page, groups, Twitter, our blogging site and on the forums. But we don't just shout out loud on the internet, we do it in person. During the election periods, we took part in hustings, visited vape shops, as well as sending out all those leaflets. We also attend events where vapers are present in their droves, such as this event today, and provide advice and guidance on the TPD and how best as individuals we can confront it. If you'd like to join us at the advocacy table, we're offering the opportunity to take part in a workshop, writing to people, sending them details about vaping in public and in the workplace. If you'd like to support us, you can donate or you can buy a t-shirt. If you would like to take it one step further, you can join us and become a member of the world's only vaping political party, Vapers in Power.